Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about various production system. In my last video we had discussed what is production and what is production management. Production is the step-by-step conversion of the input into output, whereas production management deals with the decision making process related to the production. So production system is divided into two parts: continuous production system and intermittent production system. Continuous production system is of two types: mass production and process production, whereas intermittent production system is of three types, that is job production system, batch production system and project production system. This classification varies from one book to another book. So don't get confused. All things are same. The heads can be changed, but this is according to some reference book and good books. So you can consider this classification as best. Now, first of all, we will try to understand what is continuous production system. Continuous means something that operates constantly. There are no irregularities or halts. Goods are produced at the large scale based on the demand forecasting. They are not produced on the basis of customer order. Inputs and outputs are standardized along with the production process and sequences. The products are produced on predetermined quality standards. So, standard routing and schedules are prepared in advance. Continuous production system take place in big industries like petroleum, fertilizer, sugar and cement industry. Now we will discuss the advantage and disadvantage. Work in progress inventory is minimized because the production is going on constantly. The quality of output is uniform because everything is standardized. Delay at any stages automatically detected because here the automatic machines are used. Reduced material handling, again the whole system is mechanized, so there is a less movement of the material. We can control over the material, cost and output, and these are simplified now because we are using highly mechanized machine. So material handling is less, so cost is less, and output, when you are putting the inputs you are getting the outputs directly. You don't have to do anything manually. So if you are not doing anything manually, then you don't need skilled people. So the work can be done with the help of semi-skilled workers also. That there are certain disadvantages. Like this system is very rigid. If there is a fault in one operation, the entire process get disturbed. It is essential to maintain standby equipments to meet any breakdowns. Machines are fairly high in cost, so high investment is made to purchase any machines. That's why when I told you in my last video about the objective that machinery cost acquisition and utilization is very important, because here the machines are automatic, so they are having high cost. Now we will discuss mass production. Manufacturing of the standardized product, economies of scale because volume of output is large, the quality of product is uniform because of standardization and mechanization. Individual expertise plays less important role. Goods are produced either with the help of single operation or series of operation. There is a continuous flow of product based on the demand of the market. Limited work in progress. Supervision is easy because everything is mechanized, so there is a need of few instruction. Material handling is almost done by the machine, like conveyor belt, so the material moves from one machine to the another machine through the conveyor belts. Example of mass production is the production of toothpaste, soaps, pens, etc. Next is process production. The only difference between the mass production and the process production is that in process production, one principal material is transformed into several products at different stages of operation. Like crude oil, when it is processed, it leads to kerosene, gasoline, and other products. So at every step, you get one new product from that. So in the process production, one principal material will get transformed into several product at the several different stages. Rest all things are same. Example of large industries like steel, cement, paper, sugar. Here are highly mechanized machines are used, sophisticated and automatic machines, standardized sequence of operation, less work in progress, semi-skilled labor is used. But one more thing is that the flexibility of these plants is almost zero, because only one product can be produced, not another. In a sugar industry, you can produce only sugar, not cement. In cement industry, you can only produce cement, not sugar. Fine. Next, intermittent production system. Intermittent means something that initiate, or stops at irregular intervals, means there is a time gap. We start and we stop at any time according to our convenience or the demand of the customer. So here the flow of production is not continuous. Variety of products are produced on one machine. Volume of production is small. Here the general purpose machines are used because variety of products can be produced through one machine. Here the sequence of operations can be changed as per the design, and the production depends upon the customer order. So we can say these products are customer specific or are the tailor made. Examples: pharmaceutical, goldsmith, baker, tailor, etc. Again, intermittent production system is of three types. First, batch production system. The best example is drugs pharmaceutical. All the medicines are made in batches, and one machine can be used to produce another type of medicine. So here the production is done in batches. Same machine can be used to produce another. Demand plays the important role. Here the seasonal demand plays the important role. General purpose machine and handling equipments which can do many different jobs can be quickly installed, and they are used because they can produce large variety of items. Next, batch production is, there's a possibility of large work in progress. Here the work in progress is large because of many reasons, like uh, less customer demand, or due to some other reasons like loss of electricity, power, or anything. Most commonly used in where the large variety of products are produced. Total unit should be confirmed before starting the production process. These batches can be as small as 1 or as big as 1 lakh units. Example: LG produces 23 different types of mixer and grinders. So when one type of grinder or mixer is produced completely, then the same machine is used to manufacture another variant of the LG mixer and grinder. Second is the job production. Here the company accepts an order to produce either one or few units. The product is produced within the given time and at a fixed cost. This cost is fixed at the time of signing the contract. Example: tailoring shop. Whenever we went to tailor shop, what will happen? We used to give the order and we decide the rate at the same time. The production of items take place in small lots. Sometimes only one product is produced. The items are manufactured strictly as per the customer specification. For example, tailor shop, your clothes are stitched according to your measurements. If they are not according to you, then you will never go to that shop again. So it is according to the customer specification. And here the skilled labor is required. Highly skilled labor is required. There is a disproportionate manufacturing cycle time, means the time taken in stitching the one type of cloth varies from the another. Example: goldsmith, tailor, etc. Third is project production flow. This is called one shot system. Basically, it is used for very huge projects. So, company accept a single complex order or contract. Order must be completed within a given time period and at an estimated cost. Example, construction of dams, roads, buildings, ships or airports. Here, the requirement of resources are not same. It varies from one stage to another. For example, in the beginning, resources are required less. In the middle, resources requirement increases, and at the last again the resources requirement is decreased comparatively to the middle section. Many agencies are involved in the project. Each agency performs specialized job. There is a very important feature that you need to bring coordination between these agencies, because if anyone get involved in the conflict, then your project may get delayed. So delay take place in completion of the project due to complexity and massiveness. Routing and scheduling changes with the fresh orders. Proper inspection is done at each and every stage of production, because once the project is done, nothing can be changed. So final inspection is done, but before that, at each step, inspection is required so that the final project will come out as a successful project. So these are the different production system. I hope you all are able to understand now what is production, production management system and different type of production system. If you have any query, you can drop the message in the comment box. Thank you for today.